Hey, kid. Yes, you. Do you think you have what it takes to come work for Paizo? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Because if you do, bam, they're hiring. Da-da-da-da-da-da. What? Okay. This was sent to me by our friend Jeff of Jeff Games Box. Apparently, Paizo is looking for a designer. Creative, remote, permanent, full-time designer. I'm pretty sure they mean tabletop role-playing game designer and not somebody to come in and change the curtains at Paizo. Though you never know. Okay, what do you need to do to become a Paizo designer? To apply, well, you need to have the following skills: mastery of the English language, mathematical skills, judgment and recognizing content appropriate for Pathfinder, Starfinder, etc., etc. Basic artistic understanding with an eye towards clarity of presentation, continuing, and organization. Proficiency in MS Word. Familiarity with Adobe InCopy and MS Excel. Flexibility in learning house writings and editing styles. Adapting to shifting workflows and responsibilities. Skill at communicating and holding respectful discussions in a professional setting. A vibrant imagination. Ability to maintain confidentiality. God, yes. Ability to manage time effectively. Experience with Paizo organized play campaigns. Job will require rapid adaptation to a heavy workload and ability to juggle multiple tasks. Ability to work without supervision or as part of a tightly integrated team. Familiarity with the game machine industry. Strong interest in games of all types, including card games, board games, video games, and role-playing games. You have no supervisor responsibility. That's good. This is covered under the Paizo union. It's 100% remote. You must be a resident of Colorado, Indiana, Maryland, Minnesota, Oregon, or Washington State. So, damn it, I can't apply. But apparently, if you live in Indiana, you can, and Maryland and Minnesota. Now, I understand Washington and Oregon because they're, that's where Paizo is. And Colorado's kind of, isn't Indiana like next to, Washington? There people are like, we should, access Indiana. I don't really get Maryland and Minnesota, though. Does Paizo have offices in Maryland and Minnesota? I don't think so. It's an unusual choice. You would think Seattle, Oregon, California, and then maybe the states next to them if you want to keep it close to your target demographic. Maryland and Minnesota, that doesn't really feel like your target demographic, Paizo. We'll have to look up to see if they have an office there or something. Education, a bachelor's degree. Education is the field of things like anthropology, history, mythology. Oh, I could apply, except I don't live in any of those states. If you've published anything, preferably with Pathfinder, Starfinder, if you're designing, writing, publishing content for role-playing games, if you have expertise with the second edition, and you have knowledge of the pen and paper role-playing game and a passion for playing such games. So for the people out there who, finger point at other companies, they are definitely looking for somebody who understands the hobby as opposed to a token computer person who worked at Microsoft and knows what a game is. Or at least has walked by a game display at some point in their life. Yeah, you're relatively qualified to do this. Absolutely, you have no qualification to be doing this whatsoever. You're hired. Because as Eric Cartman said, make her a chick and make her gay and lame. Job benefits, insurance, paid holidays, flexible hours, personal times, vacation, sick and safe leave, civic duty stuff, like if you get called for jury duty, retirement, access to the 401k, employee copies. You can get free copies of most every product Paizo, gets. So work for a day, get free copies of all the Paizo stuff, then quit. Discount. Pay band 3. Let's see, additional information. There'll be tests involved. What phone videos? If they're an equal opportunity employer, they will not discriminate against you. Race, religion, color, age, sex, orientation, identity, expression, national origin, ancestry, citizenship, marital status, physical disability, mental disability, medical condition, genetic characteristic or information, political affiliation, that's a weird one, military and veteran status, pregnancy, breastfeeding, or related medical condition, union status, or any other basis in violation of applicable federal, state, or municipal law. So basically, we'll hire you. If you have the skills, we'll hire you. Does that need to be said at this point? Political affiliation is kind of weird, but I guess there's people that are afraid that, Paizo is too left wing or whatever, that they might not hire somebody from the other party. I guess I'm out because, I vote Zim every year. I'm a member of the Erkin party. So, yeah. But I don't live in Maryland or Minnesota, so I can't apply for the job anyways. About Paizo, blah, blah, blah. All right. So this is the actual application, which is, yeah, that's it. That's it. I mean, I've seen thin applications, but this is definitely thin. They're definitely putting the ball in your court in this one. You have got to put everything you can into cover letter and resume. You've got to be able to express to them everything I said previously about what they're looking for. And the only amount of space you have is this, and you got to do it in this format. And it's got to be concise enough that they get everything they need to know within that 1 page to, 10-second thing. Now, as everybody knows about resume and cover letter writing, that, it is the case of longer is not better. You want to be short, concise, and you want something on there. Again, the green umbrella, you want something on there that stands out. So you would think they would be asking for more stuff. But no, this is one of the most bare bones applications I have ever seen. I think the application for when I applied for my job at Blockbuster asked for more information than this. That does not fill me with confidence, because I know from, being in hiring that, no, especially for a position like a creative position, that's just not enough. You should be asking for more, including examples of my work, links to my portfolio, stuff like that. I can't, the cover letter should never be longer than a page. And if a resume is longer than a page, oh, you've lost me. And I know hundreds of hiring managers who will say the same thing. If you've lost me, I need to know everything I need to know about you in that first 10 seconds of attention, or I've already. What was I talking about? See, yeah. So, yeah, that doesn't fill me with. Candidates must be a resident of the states. I don't know why those states. Do you have experience designing, writing, and publishing content? Well, yeah. And have you expertise in second edition? Like, anybody's going to say no. Even if they did it, they're going to say they are. So, yeah, there you go. I have included the link. Oh, people are responding. I didn't know anybody would respond to this. Mike Merles. I think they could headhunt Mike Merles. I don't think he would need to apply for this job. If they wanted Mike for the designer, they know where he is. Crap, I'm an Iowa captive. Might have to sneak over the northern border. Yeah, well, it just has to be stamped, right? You just have to prove residency in one of those states to go over to Maryland and rent a P.O. box for a month. What's that, $20? They want Maryland to snatch up Hasbro execs. Do a lot of Hasbro execs live in Maryland, considering their offices are in Texas? But okay. I dare you to walk in wearing a MAGA hat. Well, that would be inappropriate dress for a job interview, but you could wear it up till you entered the building, I suppose. The state restrictions are almost certainly due to their union. Well, yeah. Is Arizona not a union state? Just seems unusual choices. Yeah. Oregon and Washington make total sense. Indiana makes sense because it's right next to Washington. California, why wouldn't you want California? That makes no sense, but okay. Colorado, I guess, yeah, because it's kind of in the same demographic, but then Maryland and Minnesota just did they pull those two out of a hat? Yeah, maybe it has something to do with state restrictions of union stuff. I don't know. I assume the union has changed since I was a member of the union. Or maybe not. I don't know. And their union's kind of weird because they kind of sort of made their own union that just only applies to them, right? Wizards of the Coast's office is in Maryland. All right, good to know. But you would assume Wizards. Well, no, I would. They don't have non-compete clauses, do they? Because all Wizards employees are work for hire. At least all the the minor ones, the ones we can't stand, or we are stuck there no matter what. But the important ones, those are all temps. So, well, there is probably some fibbly flobbly legally stuff in there. But yeah, sadly I can't apply because I live in California. So I could get my sister apply. She lives in Oregon, and I have like 80% of my family in Oregon. Would I want to work for Paizo? They're in Washington, and it rains in Washington. I couldn't take that much rain. It would kill me. Other than that, link down below. Judgment by appropriate content. That's probably a legal thing. They have to say it, I guess, because in case somebody goes, "Oh, they didn't hire me because somehow they found out I was a libertarian." Did you tell them you were a libertarian? No. But that's the reason why they didn't hire you. Absolutely. Not your criminal record or the fact that you showed up on fire, but the fact that you're a libertarian. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's probably something like that. It's like those things that, we have to say it's hot, because if we didn't say it's hot and then somebody found out it was hot, they would have sued us. So now we have to say, no matter what you are, if you walk through the door, we will probably hire you. But then again, it's a game company and it's Paizo. And, so who knows? They could hire somebody completely inappropriate for the position simply because, diversity. This person had no skills in the position whatsoever, but they were a woman and they were gay and they were lame. So we hired them. You know who I'm talking about, of course, right? The Wizards of the Coast lady. Yeah. So do any of you have the skills? Do you want to go work in Washington for Paizo and get rained on and work on Pathfinder and Starfinder? And I don't know. I would go work for a day, get all the free shit, then quit. Probably do not do that. I am, of course, joking. I do not in any way, shape, or form encourage you to go work for Paizo for a day, get free shit, and then quit. That is just a joke. Do not take me seriously. I am an idiot. And if you say I told you to do that, I will, of course, deny it. Because, it's a parody. Anyways, I thought that was newsworthy. That's interesting. Interesting time of year to do it, too. Considering their calendar's pretty much done for 2024. I don't really know if they have anything big coming out. Kind of know what we're getting from them this year. They're sort of like, this is it. We're done. We're just going to make this and not surprise you guys, which is thank you. Again, game companies, if you're listening, you want to know how to run your game company? Look at Wizards of the Coast. Do the opposite. That's it. That's OGGM's How to Run a Business 101. Look at Wizards of the Coast and do the opposite. Anyways, I hope you appreciate this little bit of nonsense. If you do, let me know. If you don't, well, how often do I do this anyways? But every now and then something weird like this comes across and I want to share it with you guys, because who knows, maybe one of you does have the skills to actually fill the position, and then you'll get that position, and then you'll be like, oh, wow, I would not have gotten this position if the OGGM did not tell me about it. Thank you, OGGM. And I'll be like, I don't remember telling you that, but you're welcome. Have a great day, and I will talk to you on Monday. See ya.